Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of the complete introduction to data science with the use of Python. So today's class would be our last class about matplotlib, and basically we are going to learn to create another type of graph or chart inside of this class. So up until now you guys understood what is matplotlib and what is a visualization tool. Alright, so in today's class we are going to create a scatter plot. So basically this is a plot with dots a bit everywhere. So it's pretty simple to create and pretty simple to understand. So basically it's gonna make a cloud of dots, which is pretty cool. You'll see what it all looks like. So as always, the first part is to import matplotlib.pyplot. Then we'll create our little database with x's and y's, so for the x and y axis. Then we'll just give a title to our graph as well as a title for the x-axis and the x and y axis. All right, so let's start. So first thing, as I said, we will import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So this is what we always do. Then it's pretty simple. We need to write down something for the x's and the y's. So basically we will have our x-axis right here, and let's say we'll have 5 dots in our x-axis, which would be 3, 6, 7, 9, and let's say 10. So here we go, we have our x dots. Then the next thing will be having something for our y-axis. So let's say it's gonna be, in this case, 5, 10, 25, 3, and 1. All right, so right now we have our 5 dots, so 5 x's and 5 y's. Next thing will be giving a title to our database. Well, not in our database, to our graph. So basically we will write down a title. So same thing, plt.title. And let's call it once again test scatter. Then we need the x-axis and the y-axis. So plt x label. So we'll give a name to x. So test x, and plt y label. So we need a name for y's. Test y. Alright, so right now we have everything that we need. Now it's time to write down the function that will allow us to create the chart. And in this case, it's going to be plt.scatter. So we have our function right here. And what will be the arguments inside of this function? It's pretty simple. It's going to be the x and the y that we have right there. So we'll write it down, x and y. So we have our 2 arguments. So next thing that we need to do is simply run our app. So we'll write down plt.show to be able to run everything that we have. So here we go. And as you can see, we have all our dots right here. So it's pretty simple. We have our first dot, which is 3 and 5, works perfectly. Then 10 and 6. So basically we have the 6 and the 10 right here. Then 7 and 25 works well. 9 as well as 3, so it's right here, and finally 10 and 1 right there. So everything works perfectly, as you guys can see. Another thing that we can do right now is, as always, changing the style. So what we'll do, we'll import the sub package. So from matplotlib, import style. All right, and we can work here. So style.use, and here we can choose the type of style that we want. So once again, we'll use the classic style, and we can run everything and see what it all looks like. So as you can see, everything behind is gray. So this is the main, well, the main difference that we can see. So as you can see, guys, this is pretty simple to work with. In my opinion, this graph is pretty simple to create. And well, once again, you can do a lot of really interesting things with this visualization tool in general. So matplotlib is really an interesting visualization tool. So right now we saw in the past few classes different graphs that you guys can create with matplotlib. You can do many more things, so you can create two graphs at the same time. You can do pretty much, well, a lot of things to visualize your data. But right now it's really up to you to practice all this, and you can do really amazing things with matplotlib alone. So this is really an amazing visualization tool, and it could be a really good thing to, instead of having MATLAB, using matplotlib, since it does pretty much the same thing. So I hope you guys liked this part of the course, because this was the last class of matplotlib, and see you all in the next part of this course.